The mystery of Crystal Lake is one of those stories that spreads like wildfire among the communities near the lake, surrounded by dense forests that seem to guard ancient secrets. While many claim it's merely an urban legend, those who have dared to explore its shores at night have very different tales to tell. Crystal Lake is a secluded body of water nestled to the north of a small town that bears the same name. By day, the lake is stunningly beautiful, with its crystalline waters reflecting the blue sky and the surrounding mountains. But as the sun begins to set, a thick mist starts to rise, slowly shrouding the landscape in a veil of mystery. It is said that at night, strange sounds can be heard from the lake's depths, like whispers and wails. The story of the mystery of Crystal Lake dates back to the 19th century, when a small village existed on its shores. It was a quiet place, inhabited by fishermen and their families, until one day, tragedy struck. A young woman named Emily, the daughter of the village leader, vanished without a trace. The only clue found was a blood-stained handkerchief floating in the lake's waters. Desperate, Emily's father organized an exhaustive search, but she was never found. Shortly after, the village's inhabitants began to disappear one by one until the village was completely abandoned. Over time, nature reclaimed the area, and the village was swallowed by the forest. Only ruins and a few house foundations remain, hidden among the trees and thick vegetation. The legend of Emily and the mysterious disappearances soon spread, and the lake gained a grim reputation. Legend has it that Emily's spirit still haunts the lake's shores, seeking vengeance or perhaps justice. Those who approach the lake at night report sightings of a pale, ghostly figure, dressed in old-fashioned clothing, seemingly gliding over the water's surface. There are accounts of people who, after camping near the lake, had terrible nightmares of a young woman crying for help, or who woke up with inexplicable marks on their bodies, as if they had been grabbed by invisible hands. One of the most terrifying accounts is that of a group of youths who decided to camp at Crystal Lake on Halloween night. They were determined to debunk the legend, believing it to be nothing more than superstition. But that night, they experienced a terror they could never have imagined. It began with the sound of footsteps around their tents, followed by sinister laughter and whispers. When they went out to investigate, they found the mist so thick they could barely see ahead. One by one, they disappeared into the darkness, and only one of the youths was found the next morning, in a state of shock, unable to speak of what had happened that night. The survivor never fully recovered, and the only thing he managed to say, after months of treatment, was Emily's name. This only fueled the legend further and deepened the mystery surrounding Crystal Lake. To this day, few dare to approach the lake after dark, and those who do rarely return the same. The mist that envelops the lake at night is seen as a manifestation of the disturbed spirits that inhabit the area, and Emily's name continues to be whispered with reverence and fear. Crystal Lake, with its treacherous beauty, remains an enigma, a place where the past and present intertwine, and where the unknown lurks, waiting for those who dare to uncover its secrets.